Are you ready to listen to my dad Joe and Uncle Justin talk about sports? Now on with the show.
The Joe Mays and J-Raff Show is brought to you by Mays Sandwich Shop, which have been serving the greater West Lawn area delicious food for over 70 years.
So get ready! I mean, get ready! Are you ready for some football?
You are listening to the Joe Mays and J-Raff Show. A weekly podcast about sports since 2011. With a focus on football. Now, here are your hosts, Joe Mays and Justin Raffoff.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Joe Mays and J-Raff Show. I'm one of your hosts, Joe Mays. Here with me, as always, though, is my co-host, Justin Raffoff.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
And it is episode 415, and we're doing a show on March Madness this evening, Justin. And like good hosts, we discussed beforehand how we know very little about college basketball this time. And I feel like we've been saying that now for the better part of 5 years. I feel like it was pre-COVID the last time I felt like I knew a little bit more about what was going on in the world of college basketball. But it just hasn't been rating up there too highly in my priority list over the last half dozen years. I'm still so excited for March. I love this Thursday, Friday coming up that we're going to get is just fantastic. It's so much fun to just have back-to-back games overlapping, move one to the next, and the chaos that you can get, the upsets, which is what everyone wants.
Right.
In the beginning, everyone wants the upsets. But by the time we get into the Sweet 16, the Elite 8, the Final Four, by and large, in terms of viewership, you want the Blue Bloods in it.
Right, and that's what they say. You want some of those upsets early on, but you want your Duke, your...
In many years, North Carolina, Arizona,
right,
those teams.
Those teams, you want them playing.
We know that this year, we're going to have a Final Four of just SEC teams because they're no longer a football conference; they're a basketball conference. It was proved this year. The SEC is not good at football, so they had to take something. So they went with the basketball route this year, and then that's where we're at. So,
well, that's because they added Texas, so
right.
That's why they're a basketball school now.
Right, Texas was on the bubble last I knew. I'm not even
don't
sure if they were making the tournament this year. Shows you what I know. But injury news also, impacting some teams. But, of course, Duke's Cooper Flagg didn't play the last two games. They still won the ACC.
Right.
So not a big loss, I guess. Bet possibly the number one pick in the NBA draft if he would leave.
Maybe the team shouldn't draft him, and the Sixers should take him.
Well, last I knew, he was contemplating. Actually, said he wanted to come back to Duke. So.
Right. Well, I saw that, and then I saw teams like fans of like the Wizards and Hornets and stuff being like, "It's all right, man. We're going to be terrible again next year.
Right.
You can try to dodge us. It's not going to work.
We'll catch you when we come back around." So the biggest thing when this time of year comes around, beware the Ides of March, and happy St. Patrick's Day a day early, and happy early birthday to Greg. We celebrated his 40th last night. We all just got completely blitzed out of our mind. Can't believe we're even sitting here right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know how it is.
Those Diet Cokes did it to me.
Back home by 9:30, tucked into bed. So, yeah, happy birthday to Greg. His 40 comes for us all. It already got me, got you last year.
Got me.
And now we're seeing other friends. Adam, our basketball guy, who we haven't had on in a while. We should get him on here. I don't know if it'll happen this year for March Madness, but we should have him on. As long as the Bills haven't won the Super Bowl, I'm okay with having him on here. So we know that didn't happen this year. And, so we'll talk a little bit March Madness tonight. We'll try our best. It's not exactly something we're we're up on as
Right.
in terms of football or pro football, college football. We can talk Penn State wrestling, a lot of other Penn State sports. General college basketball, not our area of expertise.
No. I mean, I follow it generally, but honestly, if it's not like a game that for one reason or another has drawn my interest, or it's Stevie playing, if
Right.
it's Stevie playing in Marquette, that'll draw my attention and I'll watch. But that's pretty much my viewership right now of college basketball.
I've probably watched a dozen Marquette basketball games this year just because I wanted to see Stevie on because he's a starter. He plays a lot. He's always called out by head coach Shaka Smart for being one of his favorite players that he's ever coached.
Right.
And he just won back-to-back academic awards
Which,
from
if you
the
remember
conference.
last year, Marquette had never had someone win the award. He won it last year and won it again this year.
He's a semifinalist for the National Defensive Player of the Year award. And this is someone from West Lawn, Pennsylvania, has played in the Wilson program for a long time, spent all 4 years with the Bulldogs, took them to great success, won 2 county titles and their first ever, and to this day, only district championship.
Yeah.
So Stevie Mitchell was a huge part of Wilson basketball here in the late 2010s, early 2020s. Unfortunately, the COVID year kind of cut short what could have been an even more magical run after winning their first district title. They were in, was it the quarterfinals of the state or second round?
I think it was the second
trying to
round of
get
states,
into the quarterfinals before COVID blew that up. Now he got to come back the next year, but things still weren't the same.
Right.
But they won counties. They won counties that year, but lost. Districts.
Yeah.
They beat Reading in the counties, but lost
Right.
to Reading in the
I believe
districts
so,
that year. So, it's it'll be fun. That's obviously who I'll be pulling for, especially with Penn State not in the tournament. I don't even think they're going to make the NIT. They didn't make the Big Ten Conference Championship.
They're
so that ship has sailed. Penn State has a good year, one every 7 years or so. Just not there right now. This was a letdown of a year. They looked pretty good entering Big Ten play and then fell off.
Right. They started strong and then they just bottomed out.
So it hasn't been great. But right now, as we broadcast this and record, the bracket is being released. Is this the last year for 68 teams? I heard they're moving to 72 or 76 or something.
Who knows?
They're making the playing round even larger. Eventually here coming up, but it's 68 teams this year. We've got to get to 64 by Thursday, so there'll be play-in games on Tuesday and Wednesday, I think it is. We will have our tournament challenge through ESPN like we have every single year we've done this show. So this is our 15th year of the show, so this is our 15th bracket challenge. We usually have at least 30 to 40 brackets. I think the last few years we've been getting upwards of 60 or 70, which is awesome. You can enter up to 3 per ESPN user account. I take advantage of that by having one for myself, one for Natalie, one for Haley. As of right now, it's the 3 of us and your dad that have joined. You can pre-join, and that's what I have up on the screen right now. If you're watching us here on episode 415, you can scan the QR code with your phone. It'll open up the app or take you to the ESPN.com fantasy webpage. Or you can go to the URL I have listed there. I shrunk it down a bit because those ESPN URLs can be quite long. So I did a tiny URL and have it up on the screen. The password, no matter how you get there, if you find the Joe Mays and J-Raff Show group on ESPN.com Tournament Challenge, the password is still a few years old. I didn't feel like changing it. Is all capital letters, PSU 2022. So PSU 2022. Remember, all capital letters, that does matter. So we want you to join, and it's a lot of fun. And Justin and I offer what we think is a unique opportunity, and it's been a lot of fun having all these people on over the years. If you win, you can join us on the show. It doesn't have to be in person. If you're local to the area, we'd love to have you on in person, but you can do it virtually, remotely, and you get to choose a sports topic that Justin and I do get to approve. We got to put that out there. Justin and I get to approve the topic of your choice, and then you can join us on the program. Last year, we had our winner on almost immediately. I think it was within just a couple weeks of the champion, and the reigning champ is my cousin's son, Jameson, Detroit Lions fan. They actually went out to that football game on Thanksgiving to watch the Lions Thanksgiving game. So, hey, if he goes back-to-back, we'll have to have him on the show. We can talk to him more about the Detroit Lions, his Thanksgiving experience, and how he's gotten so good at picking March Madness teams. But he's got to defend that title first.
We could also talk to him about the climb where the Lions are still trying to be the best team in the NFC.
You could definitely ask him that. I would love to see the response. But actually, he has a birthday coming up as well. So so does his father Todd. It's a busy month of birthdays here in March. So so join our March Madness ESPN Tournament Challenge. Scan the QR code on the screen. You can go to my social pages and the show's social pages. I already put a link up for it. Make sure you join. I'll send out probably daily reminders leading up to the games. You have to be in by like Thursday at noon, I think, and that's when things will start to lock whenever that first game is played. But it's a lot of fun. You get a shirt. I forgot to mention that. You get a show T-shirt. So you get a show T-shirt. You get the chance to come on the show, and it's honestly one of probably our most liked things that we do each year, people joining the bracket challenge. Justin and I are also in one with my uncle. I don't even know if I fully comprehend what I'm supposed to do, but we joined it.
I don't think we have to do anything.
Oh, we don't have to do anything.
I don't think we have to do anything.
Okay, I thought we were picking against the spread.
No, I think we're assigned teams.
Okay.
And your teams
See,
win against the spread.
I was just like, I'll do it. Absolutely.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know. And then you're like, I'll do it. I was like, I guess I'll do it too.
So we're in that one. I'm probably going to join Adams again. I feel like I've been in Adams every year. It's like $5. So I'll probably be in that one. Have you been in that one the last few years?
So I wasn't in that one last year, but
Okay.
I've been in the other years.
Yeah,
Last year, I just it got away from me.
Well, I think I went the route of I'm just going to have the same bracket everywhere.
Well,
and I
yeah.
know that's probably not the right thing to do.
I think last year I filled out one bracket for ours.
And that was it?
And that was pretty much. Oh, you know what? I think I did one. We do one just in our family too, but I think I entered the same one bracket in everything last year.
Yeah, that's the route that I took last year. I was just like, oh, whatever, this is fine. I finished I think in the top third. I think I was 20th out of 68 teams or 68 brackets. Whatever, that's fine. I mean, I'd like to be top 10, but just need my sister to not win.
I was gonna say, as long as
because
Corinne
she's
doesn't
won
win.
3 times in
Right.
the fifth. This will be the 15th year. She's won at least 2, maybe 3 times. Just need her to not win. But yeah, join the pool. It's a lot of fun, and we'll see. We'll see where we're at here with the selections. If I can pull out, I don't think the online bracket has propagated yet because they're still picking the teams. But 9 minutes ago it posted. So let's take a look.
All right.
Let's take a look. Let me pull it up here so Justin can see it and you guys can see it on the screen. That'll make things a lot easier. Here. I don't know if it's going to fit on there. Let's do it on this one.
Yeah, I mean, have you ever gone to March Madness games?
No.
Okay, I know your dad has been at the March Madness.
Yeah,
game.
he'll tell you about the one that he was at because he was at the quite possibly the best
Right.
NCAA March Madness game in the history.
Right. But yeah, I went. This is a long time ago now, but I went. One of the years Villanova won, but I saw them play in the first round out in Pittsburgh.
This is gonna be tough. I need to
And
pull up
actually,
the big
I don't. It wasn't the first round. It was the second round because it was the Saturday games. But I saw Villanova beat Alabama and Duke beat Rhode Island. It was the year Virginia lost as a 1 seed. Now that wasn't in the group, but we were in Pittsburgh. I was with some college buddies, and we saw I got to see Villanova play, which was awesome, and I got to see Duke play, which was really cool too. It was a lot of fun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I have not yet been to any men's
Oh yeah.
tournaments. I've been at women's multiple times actually. I followed Penn State to Connecticut.
The home of Diana Taurasi.
I went to Connecticut, which I know I've told that story on this show, and I know you've heard it a million times. But I took a bus to Connecticut to watch the first game, which Penn State sort of struggled but ended up winning. But then they were the 1 seed, and then had to play the 2 seeded Connecticut because this is the Sweet 16 and Elite 8, I think it was.
Yeah.
And came home and then took a bus a day later back up to Connecticut. It was wild, but the tickets I think were free. I don't think I had to pay for the tickets. I think I could just go to the athletic office and I could get free tickets. I don't think I paid anything Like, they're just running a student bus. Like, it's for students only.
Right.
But I went up with my friend Zach, and we went up on, like, because the girls' games, I think, are usually, like, are they Friday, Sunday, I think? Like, the
so.
first.
Yeah,
Well, this wasn't the
yeah.
first weekend. So it was the second weekend, because it was the Sweet 16 and the Elite Eight. Penn State, the host team in Connecticut, against the 2-seed Connecticut. Worst place ever. Connecticut's terrible. Don't ever go to Connecticut. But then I also went the next year with Nick and Kelly down to Maryland.
Okay.
But Penn State lost, I think, in the first round. Or in the game that we were at.
Right.
I don't remember if that was the round of 64, or if it was the Sweet 16. I think it was early. I think they were upset. Like, I think we were like, well, guess we're not coming back to the next, because we were going to come back for the second game.
Right.
I think it was round of 64 and round of 32, and I think they lost in the first round, which was a bummer.
Right.
Especially the way the year before ended. That
Right,
one was
right.
really upsetting. So I have been to college basketball championship games, but I have not been to any men's games. I've been to 3 women's games. And Penn State women's basketball has not really been the same since I was a student there. Not been good since the mid maybe the late 2000s, like throughout the 2010s. There's been some moments here and there, but nothing like they were in like the 90s and early 2000s. Making the tournament repeatedly challenging for Big Ten titles. That late 90s, early 2000s was kind of like the heyday for the Lady Lions. But all right, so let me pull up the bracket on a bigger screen here for those watching. Let's run through this. It's still kind of hard to see, so we will run through this. So March 20th to 21st. Let's start with March 20th. This is games that are in the South Regional, which will be hosted in Atlanta. Earlier, the games in the first round, and I guess the second round, are in Lexington, Denver, Milwaukee, and Cleveland. So we have Auburn against the winner of Alabama State, St. Francis. That's the 1-16 game. 8-9 is Louisville, Creighton. That's an interesting game.
That's a real interesting game.
5-12 is Michigan, UC San Diego. I've got San Diego in that one. Texas A&M, Yale is the 4-13. I got Yale in that one, too. I'm telling you right now. All 5-12s, I'm taking the 12. All 3-14s, I'm taking the 14. Or that was a 13-4, sorry. Ole Miss, San Diego State. North Carolina is a play-in game. North Carolina, San Diego State is the play-in for the 11 seed against 6-seeded Ole Miss. Other Milwaukee game is Iowa State Lipscomb, which is a 3-14 matchup. Iowa State is going to be missing one of their better players for the entire tournament. I said to my dad today that Marquette would be at best a 3, probably closer to a 4, could even be a 5. Guess what seed Marquette is?
What?
A 7. Whew. Marquette is the 7 seed in that South Regional. They will play New Mexico on March 21st, and then they'll get the winner of Michigan State Bryant.
Wow.
So if Marquette's going to make the Sweet 16, they need to beat New Mexico and then most likely Michigan State.
That's tough.
And those games will be happening in Cleveland.
That's really tough.
Hey, if we didn't have something else happening this weekend, I'd say let's drive out to Cleveland and maybe
I'd
go
have
watch
a place for us to stay.
Well, you're right. This would have been perfect if we
Right.
didn't have the wrestling championships on Saturday already. So that's the first regional. Again, that's Atlanta. Auburn is the number 1 overall seed, correct?
Yeah.
28-5 on the season. So we're going to go clockwise. I'm going to jump over to the East Regional, which will eventually be held in Newark. But the first and second round will be in Raleigh, Seattle, Denver, and also in Cleveland. So we've got Duke, 31-3. I'm guessing they're the number 2 overall seed. Then.
Yeah, I think it's almost I think they're the number 2 overall, but like they're opposite of Auburn. So yeah, essentially the other top seed.
Right. So it'll be Duke against the winner of American or Mount St. Mary. Mississippi State is the 8 versus Baylor, the 9.
That's crazy. Like Mount St. Mary's and American are probably separated by like a 45-minute drive. Well, when there's no traffic, like 45 minutes.
In Virginia? Are they Virginia
So
schools?
Mount St. Mary's is right outside of like Frederick, Maryland.
Okay. Maryland. Okay.
Yeah. But American's in D.C. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. They're going to Raleigh. That's not too bad. It could be way worse. They could have sent them out west.
Right.
Mississippi State, Baylor 8-9. Oregon Liberty is the 5-12. American and Liberty on the same size of the bracket. Arizona the 4, Akron the 13. BYU 6, VCU 11. Wisconsin the 3, Wisconsin, who lost to Penn State in the last 2 weeks. Wisconsin will take on Montana. That's a 3-14 in Denver. St. Mary's of California, the 7 against Vanderbilt, the 10. And Alabama, SEC basketball powerhouse Alabama against Robert Morris, the 2-15
So
in Cleveland.
I know we're only halfway through our bracket here, but the SEC got 14 teams in. That's a record.
That's old. That's like old ACC or Big East numbers right there.
Yeah.
Or Big Ten at one time. Big Ten. 14's a lot though.
14's a lot.
14 out of 16.
I think so.
Whew. Imagine the 2 that didn't make it.
Right.
Wow. All right. So we're going to continue clockwise down to the Midwest Regional to eventually be hosted in Indianapolis. First and second rounds held in Wichita, Providence, Milwaukee, and Lexington. We got Houston and against an alphabet soup of a university that I don't even know what it stands for. How about this one, Justin? SIUE.
Southern Illinois University.
Excelsior.
I don't know.
I honestly have no idea. You're gonna have to look that one up. That is the number 3 overall team, Houston, against SIUE, the 16 seed. Gonzaga, an 8 seed. Gonzaga got everyone right where they want them.
Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville.
Okay, there you go. Gonzaga's an 8 and Georgia the 9. Gonzaga, Georgia, 8-9 matchup. Go Zags. This is when they'll make a run to the Final Four. When like a year that they're not that
Right.
great, this is when they'll do it. Watch, they'll be bounced in the first round. Clemson is the 5 seed against number 12 McNeese. Purdue, the 4 seed against High Point, the 13 seed. Illinois, the 6 against the winner of play-in Texas, SEC powerhouse Texas, playing Xavier for the 11 seed to take on Illinois. Kentucky, 3 seed Kentucky with 11 losses. Kentucky is a 3 seed. That SEC. You never know. Never know. Against Troy, the 14 seed. UCLA, the 7 against Utah State, the 10. And Tennessee is the number 2 seed in the Midwest Regional to be hosted in Indianapolis eventually against the 15-seeded Wofford. So the last regional is the West Regional to culminate in San Francisco on March 29th. Number 1 seed, number 4 overall, Florida at 30-4, more of that SEC flavor, will take on 16-seeded Norfolk State. UConn, who fell off as the year went on as well, gets an 8 seed against Oklahoma, the 9 seed. 5-12 in the West Regional is Memphis and Colorado State. Big Ten powerhouse Maryland, number 4, against Grand Canyon 13. And more SEC, Missouri the 6, Drake the 11. Drake 30-3 against Missouri, a 6 seed. Texas Tech is the 3 against, I'm guessing, is that UNC?
W?
Yeah,
Wilmington.
UNC Wilmington.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like Waynesboro. No, that's not it. UNC Wilmington, the 14.
The UNC women's team.
Yeah. Kansas, the 7 seed against Arkansas, the 10. And St. John's and Rick Pitino, a 2 seed
Red Storm. The
Against-
Johnnies.
against Omaha. So did you see that image today? I was going around social media and probably has been circling for the last few days, but I only saw it today of Rick Pitino, the squad that he takes over the year before he got there, his first year, and then his second year. And like the trajectory is just constantly
insane.
all 3 stops.
I think he's the
or
first
4,
guy
might have been
to
4.
ever take 6 different schools to the NCAA
Oh, did it have
tournament.
6? I was thinking it had only a 3 or 4. Man, well, he was at Louisville, right?
Louisville,
So it's St. John's, Louisville,
Kentucky,
Kentucky,
Iona.
Iona. I don't have any
Right.
idea
And
before that.
I forget the others.
It might have been just those 4 then that they showed on the graphic.
Right.
But yeah, like not good the year before he came.
Right.
Improving his first year, second year in the tournament.
Right. Yeah.
Wild. So
And then the scandals hit, and he
right,
gets in
yeah.
trouble.
He wears out his welcome eventually,
Right.
but
But they win, and we talk with our buddy Andy Herr about this all the time. Like, I'm sure Andy would sign up for Rick Pitino to be the coach at Nebraska in an instant.
absolutely. So
The only 2 SEC teams to not make it were LSU and South Carolina.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. All right. Well, so there you have it. Those are the 68 teams. And they're playing games which will start on Tuesday. So the first 4 is in Dayton, March 18th. And those games will be Alabama State against St. Francis. And that winner gets to play Auburn on March 20th. Then you'll have San Diego State against North Carolina. And those games will be played after. I think that's the second game on March 18th. And the winner of that game will go to Milwaukee to take on the 3-seeded Iowa State. Then on March 19th, on Wednesday, you'll have 16 American against 16 Mount St. Mary's, with the winner taking on Duke in Raleigh. And then the last play-in will be 11 Texas against 11 Xavier. The winner gets the 11 seed. And they will have the chance to play 6-seeded Illinois in Milwaukee. So, any surprises to you? Any snubs?
I don't know. I feel like with 68 teams, I don't know. I'm sure there are some, but like I don't follow it enough to be like, oh, this team, you know what I mean? Like, let me see what they're saying here. But like I feel like again with this many teams and everything like that, you should really. You had your chance to get in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, here, so we're doing this show to inform. So let's put out a few things, and this comes from our guy Paul Roberts, who is a huge college basketball fan, always watching college basketball.
Yes.
So excited when it comes around. Like once high school football ends, he's like full on college basketball mode when he's not chasing around the high school teams around here, which he covered a ridiculous amount this year.
Yeah, he did.
So this is what he said. He tweeted out about the significant injury news for Iowa State. So Keshawn Gilbert will not be available for the entire tournament. He hasn't played since March 12th. He is out with a muscle strain. So anyone really excited about Iowa State, they will be without Keshawn Gilbert. He makes a note that Colorado State, the 12 seed, is a 2.5-point favorite against 5-seeded Memphis. Paul is also very interested in the Drake, Missouri game, and he likes the 11-seeded Drake to cover the spread, where he's taking Drake at plus 4.5. So he says they're very good defensively, and they play very slow, so you don't want to fall behind against them. So
Right.
he is looking to take Drake against Missouri, and that's an 11-6 matchup, I believe. UConn is a 4.5-point favorite against Oklahoma in the 8-9 seed game. For those of you out there interested in UConn, Oklahoma as an 8-9. And then last thing here, he's got a few notes about North Carolina, UCLA. He says North Carolina beat UCLA just before Christmas. It's the only good win North Carolina had all season.
Yeah.
Ohio State, I think this is him saying he didn't think North Carolina deserved the play-in
right.
spot. He says Ohio State beat Kentucky, Maryland, Purdue, and Texas. Ohio State did lose twice to Indiana, which was another bubble team left out, but they were still more deserving than UNC. So he is not buying North Carolina should have made it. He thinks Ohio State probably should have. But you know why North Carolina made it? Because they're North Carolina.
Right, exactly.
So there you have it. We'll see if he comes up with any other nuggets here coming up. Paul is very active on Twitter this time of year, so he's an interesting follow for sure. So I don't want to give away any of the info I've been gathering on how I'm going to formulate my bracket, but I thought at least we'd give some information for the people out there listening live or listening to us before they fill out their bracket, which we do appreciate. Yeah, so I want to see. I'm going to pull up the chat. I don't know if we missed any. Hopefully we didn't miss any.
Let's go chalk.
We're going chalk all the way. A lot of people watching, and we appreciate that. Hopefully everyone's tuning in. Make sure you scan the QR code or go to the URL for ESPN Tournament Challenge. Again, it's free. I don't think I mentioned that. It's free. We don't charge anything. Right. Winner gets a show T-shirt and a chance to come on the show with us. So we would love to have a bunch of people out there join. And let me see if I can pull up the actual site. Maybe we can see where we're at. If we had any more sign up. We did not, but that's fine. Everyone always does it like Wednesday night. I'm always like reminding everyone, sending out texts and emails like, "Hey, you didn't join the bracket yet. You gotta have it in by noon." But so here it is. Let me. I have
Austin
it
will
up right
probably
now.
be pepper me tonight to make
Yeah,
it.
you gotta fill it out, Dad. We gotta get in.
Right.
So yeah, so Joe Mason, J-Raff shows the group name.
And I
It's a
guarantee
private
you,
group.
Jamie will ask me if we need to have them picked before the game's on Tuesday. I shouldn't guarantee it, but I feel like I get asked that question every year.
But we've been running on ESPN. Like I said, this is our 15th tournament challenge. It's been so much fun. It's one of our most popular thing each year. The password is caps sensitive and caps lock needed. PSU 2022. We hope you will join us. So, do you have anything else to say, college basketball wise? Anything you want to? I don't. Obviously, we don't want to get into picks and who we think will win because we're all competing against each
Right,
other.
and we will go on the record and lock it before the
Right.
before it
Next
goes.
Sunday when we're on the
Right,
show,
right.
recapping a Penn State Wrestling National Championship.
Right.
Hopefully,
Oh gosh.
we will obviously talk about how basically the first two rounds will be done. We'll almost be in the Sweet 16. We'll see where everyone's at and who we picked as our champion.
Right.
But we can't give that away right now. So, your final thoughts on the bracket and college basketball as we enter the tournament?
I think, like you said, I love like the first 2 days. The
Thursday, Friday,
are
yeah.
the absolute best. I know there's like the basketball purists. A lot of them next weekend is their favorite, like 2 weekends.
The Sweet 16 weekend?
Yeah, because you tend to get some of those just ridiculous matchups. Like Marquette, Michigan State would be fun to watch, but like
That's a second round game.
oh yeah, oh gosh. One of the things I love is like when I am just like, oh, this is like a cool game, and I don't really care who wins. You know, like, which is hard for me. You understand that? Like, you find yourself rooting for someone.
Right.
So we'll see, but yeah, it should be fun. I hope. It would be hilarious if the SEC went 0 for 14, like in the first round. Like, it won't happen. Obviously, they've got plenty of teams, but like, if they advance like 2 to the Sweet 16 or something, you know, that would be funny.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see.
All right. So we're going to leave that up here because we don't have much more to say about college basketball. We're going to spend the next 20 minutes and we're going to do more filters.
Okay.
Try to rebound from last week, maybe do this a little better. I don't know if we're going to do the ones that require it to be on my face because until I get a new phone, there's no easy way for me to do that.
Right.
And they're expensive, so not doing that anytime soon. But there is a way for us to watch, and so it's gonna pop up, and it's gonna be which college has this logo?
Okay.
There's 8 of them. It's gonna be like grayed or blacked out, and we
Okay.
need to say
It's
what
like
it
the
is.
silhouette of it, kind of.
Yes, it's basically
okay.
the silhouette. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna try to make the screen a little bit bigger for people that are watching, so they can see what we're doing here. I think that should be pretty good right there. Okay. So I'm gonna pipe in the audio. I don't think these people swear, so we should be good. Let me transition over. All right, this is from Thurman Norleen. Again, these are TikTok. So this is not. I said filter. It's not a filter. It's just a sports challenge online. Right. It's all college logos. And we got to call out who it is. So I'll try to pause it before he starts guessing, so we have an opportunity. Here we go.
Logos, 1 minute, go.
All right, so that's Louisville, right?
That's who I would go with. Yeah.
Louisville, that's 1.
Oh,
Okay,
Seton
that's-
Hall.
Seton Hall Pirates.
Seton Hall,
That's 2.
Michigan State.
No, that's
Oh, yeah,
that's an
that's-
easy one.
yeah, yeah.
He's saying it before I could even pause it.
3.
Ooh,
Oh man.
whoa, okay. Is that Florida State?
I think it is Florida State.
It looks like a speech bubble from a comic with everything else
I was thinking
blacked
Quiznos.
out. Well, yeah, he's like a Q. Who's a Q? No, I think that's Florida State.
Oh, what is that?
Pass if you don't know.
Pass.
Ooh, okay, he passed.
All right, we'll pass that one too.
It didn't pop up.
Right. All right.
Kansas,
Oh man, it's failing.
Arkansas,
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Well, we would have gotten Kansas and Arkansas.
Yes.
Oh, and that's Colorado. So
Yeah.
we're 8 for 8.
Yeah.
All right, we're 8 for 8. Let's see what else they have on their page because they do some. And I don't think the guys on here are that great. So, all right, here, let's check this one out. Can
Can you name the 8 teams in the NFL that end in ERS? There's
Okay.
So he said 8 teams in the NFL end in ERS. Okay. So we want to go by division?
Yep, let's do it.
Well, so
Well, I see.
you're supposed to only have a minute. That's the
Right.
whole thing. So here, I'm going to start on my phone a countdown because I want to make sure we can.
Right.
So here we go. 1 minute on the clock. All right. 8 teams that end in ERS in the NFL. Ready?
Yep.
Here we go. All right. So Chargers,
Yes.
49ers,
Yes.
Raiders,
Packers.
Packers. Yep. That's 4.
Steelers.
Steelers. That's 5. So
Buccaneers.
3 more. Buccaneers. 6. 2 left.
Panthers.
Panthers. That's 7. Who's the last one? I was going to say Bears, but they're off. They switched
Right,
by a
right.
letter. Who's the last one? We got 18 seconds.
We're not going to get
We're
it.
not going to get it. We're going to be one short.
Oh, it's going to drive me nuts, too.
Oh, man. Okay,
well,
so we got
okay.
7 out of 8. Let's see who we missed.
There's 8. I'll give you a minute, and your time starts now.
Okay. Steelers.
That's 1.
You got that one.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got 7 more.
Steelers. Not the Titans, not the Raiders, not the Browns, not the 49ers.
Wow, that's 2. You got a long way to go.
Yeah. Why can't I think?
30 seconds. You need 6 more.
So who did we miss?
I'm blanking.
Oh, Commanders.
Restart.
No, we don't restart here.
We got it.
So that's the last one. That's who we missed. Let's
yeah.
see. He only got 18 seconds left. Hopefully they flash
We're
him
gonna
up
beat
there.
him.
Not
Oh yeah, we beat him.
the Cowboys. Not
10
the
seconds.
Giants, not the Jets. Not the Bills.
See, I would want to have like paper and pen in front of me.
Nice time. Can you
They're having
name
trouble
the
with
8?
their like overlay. All right, what else we got here? Okay, we could try this one. It's a baseball one.
Oh, gosh.
Little preview for what we'll
Yeah,
be
yeah.
talking about next week
And here we go.
because we are now under 2 weeks away from opening day.
Get ready.
All right, so this is a
Tell
baseball.
me the only 2 MLB teams that have 3 letters on their standard hat. In their standard.
Okay, so they're regular ball cap teams that have 3 letters on it.
Okay.
And I'm assuming it's going to be a minute again. So we're going to do a minute on the clock, and here we go. St. Louis, right? STL is that on there for them? Cardinals, St. Louis.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I thought they have the cardinal on the bat, but that's on their thing.
No, I'm talking. This is on
Right,
their
right,
hat,
right.
on the cap.
I thought the Mets, right?
No, it's just NY.
I thought it was NY.
It's just NY. It's just orange NY on the royal blue cap. And it's not the Yankees.
Yeah.
Same thing. It's just 2
Yeah.
letters. It's obviously not the Phillies. It's not the Pirates. It's not the Brewers. It's not the Rockies. I'm thinking,
LA is just the Dodgers. What about the Angels?
yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
It's just the A,
It's just the
isn't
A, yeah. The Texas doesn't do anything with TEX, do they?
They tried something else, but it didn't work this week.
Yeah, I want that hat.
Selling for like
It's
$1,000.
selling for so much.
Yeah, I don't know. What about Pittsburgh?
That was a minute. We're it. We got one.
Oh my gosh.
I think
Yeah.
St. Louis was one
Right,
of them.
right,
All right, so
right,
that
right.
one was tough. Let's see.
Standard uniform. None of that City Connect shit. I'll give you 1 minute. Go.
It's not like the Yankees, NY, Mets, NET.
Neither.
O's
Not O's.
on their hat. So like, Rangers have 1, but maybe Mariners.
Just an S.
Oh, Chicago White Sox.
What about
have
St. Louis Cardinals?
CHI, don't
STL.
they?
Cardinals is 1.
Yes.
Nice. Brewers. I know they got some hidden letters in there.
I think it's
No.
just MB. 30 seconds.
Maybe it's like an LA team. Like the
Well,
Dodgers,
and
Los
White
Angeles
Sox have
Dodgers, or Angels.
SOX on it.
Or do they have SOX?
Yeah.
Oh, it's their City Connect. They do
Three
the
letters?
CHI, don't they?
It's kind of tough. Kansas City Royals.
Just KC.
No, yeah, that's like this.
10 seconds.
St. Louis is the only one that jumped out to me.
A's.
No.
I don't know. I don't have this one.
Really?
Blue Jays.
Nope. Time.
Okay, so
Tell me the.
I hate when they do that.
I know when they don't tell you.
When they don't tell you. So White Sox for sure.
Right.
It's not the Twins. They're just TC, right? Oh, that's gonna bother me. I hate when they do that. All right, let's go here. Let's do this.
Which Division I college has a picture of their field hidden inside their logo? There's
Whoa.
only one of them. 1 minute, start now.
Division One. Does that mean they have to be Power Four?
They don't have to be Power 4.
Oh goodness.
Oh my
They have
gosh.
the field in the logo.
It's hidden.
Hidden field in the logo.
Not Texas A&M.
Nope.
They got the whole state in their logo. Field.
I
in
have
the
no idea where
logo.
even to start with this
Is
one.
it Boise State?
It's not.
No, not. They don't have the blue field.
They do have a blue field, but it's a weird question.
Is it a school that I know?
Yes, it's a Power 4 school.
It's a Power
So
Four.
it is a
school.
Power
Yep.
4.
Oh boy. Is it Northwestern?
No. It's a good guess, though.
Yeah, that's not a bad guess.
It's not Rutgers. Not Purdue.
It's the same conference.
Oh,
Well, it's a Big Ten
Big
team?
Ten. Not Ohio State. Not Pitt.
Last guesses.
Pitt's-
Big Ten, Rutgers, Purdue, Indiana, Illinois. I don't know.
Which
It is
Division
Oregon.
I
Oregon.
It
college
is Oregon, and
has
actually
a
I saw that
picture of
because
their field
yes, I
hidden
had just seen
inside
that.
their-
Oh man.
Where were you on that one?
Yeah. Yeah, the O is basically the outline of Autzen.
Can you name the only 2 NFL team names that is not a valid word in Scrabble?
Okay.
2 team names in the NFL that wouldn't be a valid team name in Scrabble. So I would think Seahawks isn't a real thing, so it's not a real word, right?
I would agree with Seahawks.
Because Cardinal, they have them up on the screen, so this could make it easier for us. Cardinals, Falcons, Ravens, for sure. Bills?
What about Browns? Is there a plural of
Plural of the color? I
without
don't know.
without it being a proper noun? Because you can't play proper nouns, right, in Scrabble.
Right.
So like, Austin got the Oregon thing right, by the way.
Did he?
Yeah.
Are they commenting? Did I miss that?
No, they're
no.
texting me.
Okay.
So. What about Niners?
That was my other thought. Patriots, Saints, Giants, Jets, Eagles, Steelers, 49ers, and Seahawks are the 2 that I was thinking.
Or what about Texans?
No, 'cause
Is
that's
that
a thing. Like, you're a Texan. So multiple
Yeah.
Texan.
it-
So
Right.
the 4 that I think it could be is Bills, Browns, 49ers, Seahawks.
Yeah.
Because a 49er is a person, and a
Correct.
Seahawks not a real thing.
Right.
And I feel like maybe some way there's a way to make a color plural that it could be played that
right,
way.
Right. No, well, and that's right. Like,
And like Bills is the only other one. But I mean, like, I guess
but you
the
could also
bill
have
of a cap.
or like bills, like you pay bills.
You pay
Like,
bill. Yeah,
right,
okay,
right.
yeah, that's stupid. I would say 49ers and Seahawks then.
Okay, I think Browns is a weird one here, so that's my hedge.
You have 1 minute, start now.
This is a good one. Not Texans.
You got it.
All right.
And you just need
Because
one more.
it's proper.
Not a valid word in Scrabble.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Obviously Jets is.
Because it's
It would be a capital T, so if it
Bills
has
is
to
a
be a
valid
capital
word.
letter, like it can't.
Oh yeah.
Like multiple bills.
Yeah. Oh, that was dumb. Dolphins obviously, Patriots obviously, Commanders obviously, Giants obviously, Eagles obviously. Damn, this is tough.
There's one more.
So Texans.
And you have 20 seconds.
I feel like
is a word.
It's a word.
Bears.
It's a valid word.
Oh,
What is it?
is it numbers?
So it's not the Niners.
okay.
Oh,
I think it's
okay.
Seahawks
Because
then.
ERS is a valid word in Scrabble.
Really?
5 seconds.
Seahawks.
Let's guess. Time.
Oh, Steelers.
Can you name the only
I mean, I guess because
two
like
NFL
Steeler
teams
isn't a thing.
that is not a valid.
Like other than a person. But yeah, Seahawk. There isn't like. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. But I don't play enough Scrabble. Kelly or my mother-in-law would be great at that. But all right, let's try this one here
Tell me which
since it's part of our
television
intro.
network has this NFL theme song. I'm going to throw 5 at you. Here's your first one.
I'm gonna be disappointed if we don't get this.
That's Fox, right? Isn't that
I
Fox's?
think it is Fox. Yes, because the robots. I can see the robots walking.
One network.
I'm gonna go 5 for 5.
So we literally have all 5 of these in our intro.
Right.
That's Fox.
That's one. Here's your next one.
I know it.
Yeah.
That's NFL Network.
Yep. You can hear Rich Eisen talking.
I got it. Thursday Night Football, NFL Network.
That's 2.
CBS.
Yep. CBS.
CBS.
That's 3. Here's your next one.
That was a tough one.
Man, so that's Monday Night Football. ABC.
I got it.
That's what it should
is
be.
it?
Joe Buck. Give me ESPN Monday Night Football.
Last one.
And watching that, hearing that Sunday night music after your team had a big like 4:30 win. Like,
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
What do you got?
You should have just played some Carrie Underwood. Give me NBC Sunday Night Football.
All right. So we did pretty good on that one. We could do pretty good on that one. Let's see. Is there anything else? All right, here. Let's
Name the 11 NFL teams with 3-word names. You have
3-word names. What is that like? So Tampa Bay Buccaneers, like that. is
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. So we're gonna have a minute. So we gotta name all 11.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Probably shouldn't look at the logos because that's an easy way
Okay,
for us to
okay,
do it.
okay.
So, all right, 1 minute.
Yep.
11 NFL teams have 3-word names.
we-
Here we go.
Okay. New England Patriots.
New England Patriots.
New York Jets. New York Giants.
Green Bay Packers.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers. New Orleans Saints.
Is that 6?
6, yeah.
Okay. Las Vegas Raiders.
Las Vegas Raiders.
San Francisco 49ers.
Los Angeles Chargers. Los Angeles
Yes.
Rams. We're missing one.
Kansas City
Chiefs. Nailed it. We did it in 29 seconds. See
1
if he
minute
gets them
start
all.
now.
So that would be like the New York Jets,
Yes.
the New York Giants,
You got it.
Kansas City Chiefs,
3 for 3.
Green Bay Packers,
4 for 4.
LA Chargers, LA Rams.
Chargers, Rams are on here, yes.
So that's 7.
You're at 6.
Can't count, I guess. Okay.
Oh, you got time. You got...
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yep.
San Francisco 49ers. Did I say them?
49ers, you did not, and they're on here. You need 3 more.
Las Vegas Raiders.
You got it. You need 2 more.
Doesn't have the Saints.
All right, you have 10 seconds.
Who else is he missing?
You need 2 more.
Oh, I don't know.
New Orleans Saints.
You got it. Last one. Time.
He got 10 at 11. We got all 11.
I was told Austin got it quicker than we did too.
He got the 11 quicker than we did.
I can see him like sitting there yelling out the answers.
Oh yeah. So, well, that was fun. I like doing those. We stuck to one account that has ones that we can quickly run through like that. There's a lot of the filters. We'll have to bring that back if I can ever get my phone linked up here properly, because it's a lot easier than to try to record my phone. That doesn't go well. The quality's terrible. So, but It was fun picking the defensive team last week, going through all
Yeah, that
those
was fun.
the best that we could get defensively. That was fun. They have other, you can do an offensive one and things like that. We could also do the sorting. Like I've been watching people do. They pull 10 logos and you can figure out whatever you want to do. Some people will like how are the teams going to finish, which I think we might have finished with last week. How the team's going to be in
we had to blind
2025.
rank 'em.
But some will do. They'll try to make it alphabetical by location or by team name. They can do either. Can you put them in alphabetical order, not knowing what's coming next?
Oh, gosh.
Just like silly, stupid stuff like
Right,
that.
right.
But great things to do in the spring and NFL offseason as we await baseball, as we're March Madness is just about to get started. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun to do. We hope everyone will join us for our March Madness again. Last time I'll say it tonight. ESPN.com Tournament Challenge. Play along with us during March Madness. You can scan the QR code to pull up the sign-up page. If you need the password, it is capital P, capital S, capital U, PSU 2022. So PSU 2022, all caps. You can hit the tiny URL address on the screen or check out mine or the show's social media. I have links there, and I will post that every day through at least Wednesday, making sure we try to get to our 50, 60, 70 brackets that we've been trending the last few seasons. It's been a lot of fun. Again, you get a free t-shirt if you win, and also the chance to come and talk sports on the show with Justin and myself. Anything else you want to say about anything we might have missed?
I know different kind of crossover here, but great weekend for Wilson swimming and diving.
Yes.
Swim teams, boys and girls, both had great showings up at state.
Couple state championships individually and relays, and the girls team was second place, runner-up in the
set
entire
a
state.
state record for the 200 medley, I believe.
Yep, the girls swam real well. It's a great season for them. Won the league counties, District 3, and then runner-up in the state. So what a fantastic year for Coach Hauk and the ladies in the pool. And we will be in Philadelphia on Saturday, which is going to be great. We've been talking about it for like 8 years now. Finally happening, and we are going to the last session Saturday night, 7 o'clock, for the championship bouts, the final 10 matches of the tournament.
That's crazy.
To crown national champions, and I'm really hoping we're seeing 4, 5, or 6 Penn Staters wrestling.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
I want Penn State to get the team title, and for them to do that, they'll probably would have already had to have the team title locked up before the championship round, as they have many of the past few years.
I think a lot of people would say they should, or at least have it be one of those scenarios where, like, if I was guys in the finals don't all pin or something, one of those things. But yeah,
So
I'd be okay if they locked it up before we.
I'm hoping the team title is locked up while
we have a
we're
few
in the
guys-
parking lot,
right.
like getting ready to go.
And we have a few guys going for national titles.
Yeah,
Would be cool.
So we had 5 wrestle last year, I think, and did 3 win? Is that how it was? Was it 5 wrestle, 3 won?
I forget.
I would like to see 6 wrestle the championships. I think they have 6-1 seeds, don't they?
What I want. I mean, there's a bunch of them I want to win. Like, absolutely. I want 10 All-Americans is what I want. And I think they're perfectly capable of 10 All-Americans.
Right.
Honestly, if they wrestle to their seed, I think they might get 10 All-Americans. I'm not exactly sure on that. But, like, I think they might, if they wrestled to their seeds, I think they'd get 10 All-Americans. But I would love to see Kirkfoot upset Gable
Stevenson, yes.
in the end,
Yeah,
and then have
man.
Stevenson's. And this isn't a knock on Stevenson.
No.
He's insane, and he's incredible to watch. Like, guys that size are not meant to move like that. Like, he's a freak. But to have him lose his first year to a Penn Stater, get upset
Right.
by Anthony Cassar, and then get upset by Kirkfoot. I say upset. Kirkfoot is the returning champion,
Right.
But like, yeah, it's absolutely insane. Like, that would just be absolutely insane. That would maybe be up there right now. Like, the craziest live Penn State wrestling moment I've seen was the year Penn State was 1, but they were hosting to Ohio State, and they were actually the underdogs. Like, they weren't expected to win, and Ohio State had Kyle Snyder going last, and Penn State pulled off some things and was able to like secure the win by just not getting like pinned by him at the end. And it like that was a rec hall match, and it was just going absolutely insane. Like that was crazy. I'm hoping to see some wild things. And I know it won't be like that, but like just think last year at 125, it started off with the kid from Iowa like getting pinned. Like it's just crazy. Crazy stuff happens there. So we'll see.
Penn State has the number 1 at 125. That's Luke Lillidahl. Then they have the 8th seed at 133, Braden Davis. If he wrestles to his seed as an All-American right there.
There we go.
But it'd be nice to see him move up a couple spots.
So Braden Davis last year was the kid who lost in the first round.
And then wrestled back.
And then he won 7 in a row, I think, to take third and to get to be an All-American. Like that's insane.
Bo Bartlett is the 2 seed at 141.
If he's aggressive, he'll be right there.
Van Ness,
Same thing.
missed last year with an injury or got injured during the season last year and didn't even wrestle in the championships. He's the 3 seed at 149. I would love to see him wrestling in the championship. Kasich is the number 1 seed at 157, and he was another one of those that started poorly and then wrestled back, and I think he ended up 5th, didn't he? Something like that.
Yep.
Maybe 7th, but like he lost, I think his first match he lost, and then had to wrestle back, which he did. Mesenbrink is the 1 seed at 165. Levi Haynes is the 2 seeds at 174, and of course Carter Starachi is the 1 seed at 184. Josh Barr is the 4 seed at 197. I know there are questions about his health, but hopefully he is good to go. And then Kirk Vliet is the 3 at 285. And that would be the Gable Stevenson possibility of a champion. I mean, there would either have to be an upset beforehand or Greg would have to pull it over the number 2 seed. So we'll see.
It'll also be interesting because my buddy tells me, he's like, it's absolutely wild. He's like, every time there's an upset, the place is going nuts. And this sometimes it's ties in. Everybody not a Penn State fan is always rooting against the Penn State guys.
So Penn State has 4 number 1s, 9 in the top 4, and 10 top 8 seeds. So you go by seed. If you place your seed or better, you're an All-American. So it would have been cool to be able to go for the blood rounds.
That would be cool because it's just insane. Like, that's so crazy how they're just...
That's Friday night, right?
I think so.
Yeah, so it would have been cool to be able to go to everything. Those are long days.
They're long days, and it's a pretty penny, too. Like,
well, we know just from getting the spot we were able to get. But I'm glad we were able to get it. We've been talking about it for 7 or 8 years now. I had to take advantage of it. I was in Philadelphia.
Right.
Getting the tickets was wild. But we got them, and we'll be there Saturday night at the Wells Fargo Center. So, all right, Justin. Well, I think that's it. Gave a few birthday shout-outs already, but I'll say it again. Happy early birthday to Greg. Happy early birthday to my cousin Todd and Jameson. We'll have another show before they celebrate, but I'll make sure I say it to them now, especially because they're past. They've made an appearance on the show in the past. Got a bunch of other March birthdays coming up, and we'll get to them a little bit later. But I think that's it. We will talk professional baseball next week. Our MLB preview will be on March 23rd at 6:30. We will talk about the Phillies, and we'll talk about our expectations and recap a bit of March Madness and talk about our time at the NCAA College Wrestling Championships.
Should be a good one, hopefully.
Absolutely. So for Justin, I'm Joe Mays. Thanks for listening to episode 415 of the Joe Mays and J-Raff Show. Join our bracket challenge on ESPN, password PSU2022, and have a chance to win a show shirt and have an appearance with us. So until next time, thanks for listening. We'll see you in a week.
That's a wrap on this episode of the Joe Mays and J-Raff Show, brought to you by Mays Sandwich Shop. Woo-hoo! You can watch each weekly episode live on Facebook, Periscope, or YouTube. Be sure to like, follow, or subscribe to the show on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, and Google Play. You can also rate and review us on many of these platforms as well. We'd love to hear from you. Send your email to the Maze Sandwich Shop inbox at joemazeandjraff@gmail.com. The Joe Maze and J-Raff Show is a part of the JMNJR Radio Network, home to other productions such as The Bulldog Hour, Tangents with Friends, and Nat Chats with Dad. Until next time.